talked a lot about what this place would be and should be, and one of the things was that patients would be able to come here and get their medicine without being ashamed or scared or in danger, in a beautiful place that everybody would be comfortable.
The key distinction that made me decide that Harborside was the place for me and that it was aligned with my values was when I came to my interview, I asked Steve what he was looking for in employees so that I would get an idea of who he was trying to hire. He gave me a long list of things, but the first thing he said was compassion.
I was going through Craigslist and I saw a medical dispensary. I was trying to actually go as a receptionist, and I came in for the interview and Steve asked, what is your best, I don't know, quality that you can get for customer service? And I said, my smile. And then I guess he's just like, oh yeah, you're bud tending all the way.
When you come into Harborside Health Center, you're going to be blown away immediately by how professional, clean, open, light, well-designed, and well-trained and friendly the staff is.
Just from the moment you walk in the door, you walk in and safety is warm and welcoming, and they're genuinely happy to see you and make you feel comfortable. The whole way through the building, there are people that seem genuinely glad that you're here.
And the selection, one of a kind. There's nobody in the state that offers a selection as frequently and as consistently as we do. We top up to 60 strains sometimes, and up to 35, 40 in concentrates. There's nobody that I know of in I believe, even in the world, it's a big statement, the world, but it's true, that offers that variety, that amount of selection of the highest grade tested cannabis. Of course, our testing program is unique. Nobody's ever done this.
We have really a sacred obligation to handle the medicine in as good a way as possible. There are invisible molds that are invisible to the human eye, and that are even invisible under a 30x microscope that can be harmful to human beings. And there's no way to detect the presence of those molds other than sending a sample of the medicine to an analytical laboratory. So one of Harborside's largest projects for the past year and a half has been the creation of an analytical laboratory equipped with sophisticated equipment like a gas chromatography, mass spectrometer. So for the first time in 3,000 years, when patients go and purchase their medicine, they know beforehand, number one, that it's been scientifically analyzed and that it's safe, and number two, they know what the potency of the medicine is.
We use a portion of the profit that we get to pay professionals who have a standing practice somewhere else to come into the dispensary once a week and provide their services free for all the members. We have things like chiropractic, acupuncture, yoga, Reiki. We also teach patients how to grow their own medicine and Alexander technique classes.
It goes beyond just having a massage therapist that works one day a week. The quality of the services, the quantity of them, and the availability makes it so that we actually have a functioning health clinic that's free, completely free for all of our patients. They don't even have to purchase anything, any point in time.
We take our obligation to be a not-for-profit organization very seriously.
Every single cover letter I get for someone who wants to work here is a testament to why the cannabis movement is so important. People pour out their hearts and tell their stories of why they want to work here. They want to work here because their mother, they watched her die of cancer, and the mother never smoked medical cannabis because she was afraid of the stigma. Every single letter, there's a story at the core of it that is a testament to why we exist, and I'm reminded every single day and humbled by these people's stories, and that the work we're doing here is absolutely needed.
When I go out on the road, when I talk to people who have visited Harborside, the thing that I hear over and over and over again is how amazing my staff is, of how they go out of their way to treat everybody gently and with kindness, to make everybody feel welcome, the way that they go out of their way to make sure that every patient gets exactly what they need.
You have to have a certain passion for it. For 2 or 3 years, Steve has always made the mission, it's about the patients out of the shadows into the light. You'll learn their names when you go outside to different events. They're happy to see you, and then when they introduce you to people, they're like, this person really helps me. And that's it's rewarding to hear that.
Our staff are all, they mean it. They're for real. They really actually care about the people that come in here.
Harborside is a place where we're encouraged to feel like family. And as human resources, one might think that wasn't something that we wanted to fully portray, but honestly, I can say Harborside is like family. We're empowered to genuinely care about each other and to be compassionate and to respect each other. We can still uphold the laws and the regulations and the rules, but we can do it in a compassionate and still professional way. Taking care of our people comes before anything, and if we don't take care of our people, there's not going to be anyone to take care of our patients.
The Harborside difference is that we've brought the highest standards in both professionalism and activism to the medical cannabis industry. We have provided an example to regulators of a way that this can be done that's responsible, that's transparent, that's 100% compliant with all local regulations and with state law. My hope is that the model that we have established here at Harborside will be replicated in other dispensaries in California and across the country. And so I hope that we can serve as a new model of excellence.
I have to give Steve really the credit for the vision of Harborside. He's spent a lot of time in this industry looking at how dispensaries have formed, what has been going on within this industry, and really had the vision of doing something much better than what was already existing. And I just feel kind of blessed to have been the guy who was able to help him pull it together.
I'm a doctor.
I'm a lawyer.
I'm a journalist.
I'm a student.
I'm a teacher.
I'm a representative.
I have cancer.
The outdated laws of prohibition are more dangerous than the plant itself.
I lost my scholarship.
I was fired.
20 million arrests since 1965. This is getting ridiculous.
Our prisons are overcrowded with non-violent offenders.
We have the opportunity to change.
This is costing our country billions of dollars.
Making my family and I fight in a courtroom is difficult enough when I'm already fighting through chemotherapy.
There's no reason to be scared by tradition anymore.
We can stop this.
We can stop this.
We are the American people.
We can stop this.
And you have our support.
We're old,
young,
straight,
gay.
We're every race and nationality.
And we're not going to give up.
You can tax it.
You can regulate it.
Apply age restrictions.
You can create millions of new jobs.
We can save our economy.
President Obama?
It's time for legalization.
Legalization.
Yes.
We
can.
This has been a public service announcement.
Richard Lee runs a thriving business in Oakland, California. Like any other businessman, Lee pays tax on his gross sales. Unlike every other businessman, he asked for it. In fact, he asked for a lot of it.
We try to keep a real friendly atmosphere, you know, kind of like a little neighborhood coffee shop.
Lee's coffee shop, Blue Sky, pays the city of Oakland $18 for every $1,000 in gross sales. That's 15 times the normal rate, thanks to a measure Lee helped to get on the ballot in the city's special July election.
We won 4 awards for our excellent service and low prices.
What's behind all the extra taxes? It's not the latte. Coffee Shop Blue Sky is a medical marijuana dispensary where California residents can legally buy the drug with a doctor's recommendation. Dispensaries in Oakland are now part of a separate business class. They pay higher gross sales taxes. The new tax law was a victory for advocates of marijuana legalization.
We want to be taxed more because it's cheaper to pay the tax man than it is to pay lawyers. You know, and it's better to be seen as a part of the business community that you know, is contributing our fair share than to be thrown in jail and treated as criminals.
Lee has been a political activist for 18 years. He is also the president of Oaksterdam University, where students